morning or good afternoon for everybody. Thank you, Veronique, for the introduction. So let's start the presentation. So today what I would like to share with you is a little bit of my experience, but what's happening right now in Taiwan as a startup island. And you can see this is the new logo which has been put in place by the Taiwanese government, showing the ambition of Taiwan. So as a startup island, it's a little bit like the French tech logo for us in France. So I will talk about ecosystems, about communities, and really focusing about the potential, the opportunities to enable a key partnership with Taiwan, especially in the field of tech and innovation. So just to refresh everybody's mind about Taiwan, so this is some snapshot about Taiwan. So Taiwan, as you know, it's an island. It's quite small. It's the size of Belgium or the Netherlands. The population is about 23 million inhabitants, so which is about the same as Australia, for example. It's a democracy. It's a real democracy, and it's very important to notice. It's really a crossroad in terms of culture and influence from Asia, but not only from the north or the west side, which is China, but also from Japan, from the USA, and more recently from Southeast Asia. So it's really a central place in Asia. It's really also a central place in ICT. As you know, Taiwan is very famous for semiconductors, electronics. And this is a very unique place for Taiwan in a worldwide supply chain for ICT. So Taiwan is a competitive key ranking. So depending on the years, it's about number 15 in the world. In terms of competitiveness, so I was just mentioning about the competitiveness of Taiwan with some key rankings. So as of today, Taiwan is the 6th economy in Asia and about number 15 in the world. But what is maybe not so well known is that Taiwan is also has also some very interesting ranking because of the history with Japan. This is the second country speaking Japanese after Japan, and we have a very key connection between Japan and Taiwan, offering key opportunities to develop business, for example. And we have a very ambitious plan from the Taiwan government to become a bilingual country, English, Chinese, bilingual country by 2030. And it shows that actually English is already quite well used in Taiwan, and there's no very strong barriers to develop business, even if you don't speak Chinese in Taiwan, for entrepreneurs, for example. Taiwan is also the best destination in the world for expatriation, so that could be surprising, but actually it's a ranking every year, and it's a very good place to live and work. Also important to notice is the first country in Asia for gender equality, and very high ranking worldwide with a ranking of number 9 in the world. Showing that the place of women in business and politics is very important, and there's no problem about being a female entrepreneur in Taiwan, for example. Also, the sexual orientation is not a problem, and Taiwan is the first Asian country that authorized same-sex marriage. Next slide, please.
Yes.
Yeah. So beside, I didn't mention about COVID, but Taiwan is becoming quite famous because of the prevention of the pandemics. But beside becoming famous for that prevention and pandemic management, let's see in which ways Taiwan is also renowned around the world. Is it because of brands or invention, or because of some startups? So I put here some key brands, so maybe you know them, but actually Taiwan is not so good about branding. So you may know Foxconn, Giant, the bicycle, Asus, Acer, maybe TSMC if you are on the semiconductor field. But you don't have a very key branding strategies for Taiwan corporates, and this is something which is kind of missing in Taiwan. In terms of invention, I put here 4 inventions that the Taiwanese quite are aware of, but maybe not the rest of the world. Bubble tea, so you may know that Taiwanese are the inventors of bubble tea. The little green man you can see here is actually used in all the crossroads in Taiwan. made by LEDs. It's kind of animated a green man walking and then running, showing that you have to speed up if you are in the middle of a crossroad, which has been invented in Taiwan. YouTube is something that actually has been co-invented by Taiwanese. And also, I just put here an example about a patent invention on the semiconductors. And because Taiwan is very strong in semiconductors, this is the floating gate invention invented by Taiwanese. But you have also quite a lot of invention at micro nanoelectronics level. Talking about startups, I put two names here, Gogoro and Appier. Gogoro is a startup working on e-mobility. And Appier is a startup working on AI marketing. Those startups are, as of today, the only unicorns in Taiwan. But at least there are two unicorns in Taiwan. Oh, there's something changing now. Yeah, okay, back to the slide. So again, you may not know them. They are not so famous around the world. And this is showing that, again, Taiwan is innovative. Usually ranked in the top 20 around the world. Okay, let's talk about geography a little bit and to see where are the ecosystems in Taiwan. So just before talking about innovative ecosystems, here's a map of Taiwan, and let's see the different kind of industries you can find in Taiwan. The first thing to notice in Taiwan is that actually there are a lot of mountains in Taiwan, and it's dividing the island into two parts: the western part, which is where you have all the industries, and the east part, which is without any industry. So all the clusters are actually on the western coast of Taiwan. And historically, you have four industrial belts in Taiwan. From the north to the south, Taipei, which is in the north of Taiwan, we're surrounded by all the industrial suburbs. Obviously, this is the heart of the economy. Hsinchu, which is also a little north of Taiwan, which is where you have all the semiconductors, I mean, mainly semiconductors, micro nanoelectronics industries there. This is actually, we can say, the silicon manufacturing valley of the world. This is where most of the chips are manufactured for any devices. Then you have the central part of Taiwan, which is historically linked to materials, mechanics, some chemistry, plastics, and high precision mechanical industries. And the south of Taiwan with two important cities, Tainan and Kaohsiung, where you have traditionally the heavy industries, energy, and maritime industries. And just remember, Taiwan is a small island. So to go from the north to south by HSR, by high-speed railways, it takes less than 2 hours to connect all those clusters. So it's still very dense and concentrated and integrated. So next slide, you can see that based on that industrial background, you have now innovative ecosystems. So you can see again the four clusters that we were mentioning. So Taipei, Hsinchu, Taichung, and Central Taiwan, and the last one, which is the south of Taiwan. But there is another emerging one, which is Taoyuan, which is in between Taipei and Hsinchu. This one is a kind of a new and emerging innovative clusters connecting Taipei, the capital, and Hsinchu, the Silicon Valley. And this is where you have a lot of connections. All those ecosystems, of course, they are anchored to their industrial clusters. You can see that they are developing their business out of their industrial activities, but they are also developing beyond their traditional activities. You can see a lot of biomed tech, for example, in the north. You can see up to down to Hsinchu also. You can see that, for example, Taichung is developing a lot of activities on sport tech, aeronautics, smart transportation, and even in the south, in Tainan, you have, of course, the green tech, energy tech, and other kind of activities which are more on the traditional ways. But you have also activities on new space, which is something quite new for Taiwan and for the south of Taiwan. So all those ecosystems are covered by, of course, a lot of incubators and accelerators. The biggest one actually in the north, in Taipei, New Taipei, and Taoyuan area. And for French Taiwan, we do have connections. We do have people actually, not only in Taipei. We are French Tech Taiwan, not French Tech Taipei. It means that we have teams also in Taichung and in Tainan, and of course in Taipei. So we can cover all those ecosystems by team members and people really helping startups and entrepreneurs to connect to those activities. Also, and I will come back to that, Taoyuan, we just talked about it, which is an interesting location and emerging ecosystems. It's a sister city of Grenoble-Alpes metropole. I will come back to this because that offers us very special ties between the cities and between our two ecosystems, the one in the French Alps and Taiwan. So next slide. Please. Okay, so talking about the French Tech, thank you. Just to show who we are. So this is the team. So you can see Ravi, the next speaker on the right side, and I'm here. You can see me. The French Tech Taiwan has been created in 2016 and relabeled in 2019 as a French Tech community by the French government. Our mission is based on three pillars, three axes: open innovation, market reach, and talents. And I will just give you some concrete example about what we are doing to help French entrepreneurs, French startups in Taiwan on those areas. So next slide. The first one is open innovation. Later, Ravi will explain our flagship program, which is called Open Innovation Program in Taiwan. But here, I just want to highlight one of the action ongoing, which is how we can help to connect French startups with Taiwanese corporation. So it's a call for startup. The deadline is actually soon, is next week, but it's very simple to apply. So feel free to do it if you are interested. We will select three French startups on the theme of connectivity linked to semiconductors. Because this activity is in partnership with SEMI, the very famous US organization, and with the Taiwan chapter. So those three selected French startups will have a chance to pitch in front of the biggest semiconductors players, which are members of SEMI Taiwan, but also corporate VCs or their VC arms and some additional VCs from Taiwan. So if you are linked to connectivity, whatever it's from the design, material, infrastructure, or applications, feel free to connect before next week and get a chance to participate to that activity. So that'll give you an idea about how we can help you in Taiwan with La French Tech. Next slide. Other examples, which is linked to markets development or market reach. So of course, this is both ways. We're helping also Taiwanese to address French market, and we're helping French startup to address Taiwan market by networking, by connecting with all our network of incubators or accelerators. We have a few names here. And we are maintaining a key event this year. So next month we'll be at Meet Taipei, which is actually the biggest startup exhibition in Asia. And we'll be able to showcase either on site or offline or in hybrid mode with the Taiwan market there. Last axis, next slide, please. It's about talents. So we have already set up in place what we call La French Jet, which is actually a job board. It's a very simple and free of charge tool helping to connect Taiwanese talents with French startups. So if you want to hire some Taiwanese in Taiwan, in France, or anywhere in the world, you can use the tool and put your job posting, and we can help to promote your jobs in Taiwan and connecting with the key talent pools here in Taiwan. We do also a lot of connection with universities, for example, so we can really help French startups to hire Taiwanese. So that gave you some concrete example about how we work and how we can support you in Taiwan with La FAISE.tech. I was just mentioning the ties between Grenoble-Alpes and Taiwan. So next slide, please. So this is just a summary about what we do. We are really focusing on the north part of Taiwan. So we have key connection with the 3 big cities of the north, so Taoyuan, Taipei, and Hsinchu. So as I just mentioned, Taoyuan is a sister city of Grenoble-Alpes Metropole since 2018. We have a lot of activities on innovation, on economical ties, but also on other activities like culture, sports, and so on. So this is offering opportunities for startups from the Alps to come, to pitch, and to connect with potential business partners in Taoyuan. Also, we have key connection with Taipei, especially on the smart city activities, because Taipei is also very pushing hard on smart city, as we are joining Cross Alliance. So in Taiwan, it's called Go Smart. But Taipei is also a member of the UTA, which is a Urban Technology Alliance launched by the CEA in Grenoble. And Hsinchu, which is more on the R&D cooperation or industrial cooperations linked to semiconductors, which is also a key connection for us. If you just push the button once more time, Alexandrine, there will be also something quite new, which is important because we already started to promote that key news that actually Grenoble has been awarded EU Green Capital 2022. And we are starting to promote that in Taiwan. So this is written in Chinese, as you can see. And we have very strong opportunities on circular economies, green tech with the Taiwanese ecosystems and the Alpine ecosystems in that matters. Next slide. So we have already quite a lot of startups already experiencing Taiwan. So the question is, who's next? Hopefully one of you. So this is my personal list. I try to keep to keep the record about who is doing something with Taiwan from our region in France. Whatever it's on market reach, internationalization, acceleration, or investment or cooperation. But that gives you an idea about the existing ties already in place between a French startup and Taiwan and Taiwan ecosystems there. Next slide. I will just finish my presentation by some maybe practical advice. Is it easy to do business in Taiwan? So this is a kind of ranking done by the World Bank Group, and according to them, yes, Taiwan is on the top 20. The ranking from this year is number 15. You can see all the different kind of criteria they are looking at, and if you just want to compare with the French ranking, can you click on the button, please? Next, Alexandrine. Yeah, we can compare Taiwan with France. And you can see, so France is actually ranked 32 this year. So it's easier to do business in Taiwan than in France, for example, according to World Bank Group. And this is true for almost all the different categories, except 2. Getting credit, which is actually interesting to notice that France and Taiwan are exactly at the same ranking, which is not so high, quite bad, rank 104. So it means that you will have the same kind of difficulties in Taiwan than in France to get access to credit. And the other category where France is better than Taiwan is on the trading across borders. Taiwan has a very high rank, is number 1. This is due to the position of France inside the EU common market, of course, and also linked to the geopolitical situation of Taiwan. This is not a problem. I mean, we can do a lot of trading across borders from Taiwan. There's a lot of activities in that field, but indeed France is better in that regard. Next slide, please. Other few advice about what you should not do in Taiwan. So remember that Taiwan, of course, is an Asian country with Asian culture. So making sure that you bring all your business cards, making sure that you have a lot of cultural difference, and it's important that your partner will never lose his or her faith, of course. If you are Westerners, you know that we are quite, if you are French, we are quite conceptual. So this is something that you have to be, you have to adapt a little bit when you do business in Taiwan, both in terms of strategy, approach, and communication. So try to be a little bit more flexible, more circular, and be more immanent and not so transcendental that we used to be here. So that's something which is important. Also, keep in mind that we have a kind of bad perception from the Taiwanese as French. We are considered as very slow people and kind of romantic, which is not a good good news for business. Huh? So try not to go to those cliches and make sure that you keep the pace at the same pace, same rhythm as the Taiwanese are doing for business. And be very serious, be very pragmatic in your approach with the Taiwanese, which are really looking for a strong partnership and long-term partnership. So do not rush also for something which is quite short-term. They are really looking for something which means a lot for long-term in Taiwan. So I think it's time to conclude. It was quite long because of the technical difficulties. So next slide, which is just I mean, your takeaways from my presentation. Considering, of course, Taiwan is it's a unique position and central position in a global supply chain. Taiwan very tech savvy, very curious about innovation and innovating a lot. It's a very easy place to do business. It's a very easy place to start a business or to move your team or to start a team from your startup. And we do have a lot of experience already in place with the French Tech Taiwan community. Taiwanese are very open-minded, very welcoming foreigners, and they are looking for very strong and reliable partnership with foreign counterparts. And this is, I think, what we should all go together and try to embrace with them. So develop your network with so-called Guanxi in Chinese. You can use the French Tech Taiwan. You can use the different ties we set up between the French Alps and Taiwan. And of course, we have the FAISE program in place, which is also a key program for soft landing in Taiwan if you're interested. I think that's it. Thank you for your attention. And if you have any questions after Ravi's presentation, I would be happy to answer.